peoples? Let's do core work today. I'm not gonna talk. Let's just do it. If we talk too much, we'll overthink it. It's best to just get at it. All right, so you may want to have a block or maybe even some extra weights nearby if you want to add a little intensity, water, towel, whatever you need. Have it nearby so that you don't have to stop while you get your momentum going. You don't want to stop that rolling stone. If any of this hurts your back, don't do it or modify. Find ways to create strength and stability in your core without compromising your body, your back, your spine. Notice when you're dumping. Some of the poses we do will sometimes dump into your lower back if you're not mindful, right? So seeing that, see how I drop into here? So we're drawing the belly button in, lifting the pelvic floor up, and lifting out of that lower back. We have this beautiful core that's been crafted to create kind of a corset or weight belt type situation to keep us strong, keep us erect, and keep us from dumping into our back. So we're going to work on maintaining that, creating that, activating that. Start with your feet flat on the mat. Draw your belly in, lift your chest. Initiate a steady breath in and out through your nose. And keep drawing that belly in and up. Start with the connection to your core. In yoga, we call this Uddiyana Bandha. So it's this core lock with these deep set core muscles. Again, think of it as your corset, cinching in and up, creating stability and poise. Start with your fingertips behind you, maybe a little bend in the elbows to help you prevent from dumping into your lower back, especially if this is newer for you. Come onto your tippy toes, and maybe that's already a little bit of a challenge. You're starting to feel this tendency to want to collapse in. Instead, you pull the belly in and you lift. Next option is to start taking your legs up to about a 90-degree bend. Still drawing the belly in, breathing slow and steady. If it's available, you can take your arms out to your sides. Shoulders are back and down. Proud peacock chest. Keep broadening your collarbones. And if you still want a little bit more intensity, straighten out the legs. This is called Navasana, boat pose. Wherever you are, with straight legs or bent knees, you can add a little movement. If you have the knees bent, inhale to straighten, exhale to crunch back in. If you have the legs straight, inhale, draw down towards the floor, exhale, come back up into your V. Let's take, let's say 8. It's a good yoga number. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to draw in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release your feet flat to the floor. Feet nice and wide as you drape your arms over your shins and drop your head for a moment. Now, if you've got a block, a book, a pillow, or even some extra weights, grab a hold of that and take it into your hands so that it's wide and you can kind of squeeze your hands together, shoulders down your back. Feet together, sit bones on the floor. So your sit bones are the bottom of your pelvis, those little pokey bones at the bottom of your tush. So ground those into the mat as you turn your torso to the right, squeezing your block or your weight, whatever it is that you got. Coming up onto your tippy toes. Maybe this is enough and you kind of work this, belly in, sternum lifts. Perhaps you start to lift your legs, finding that 90-degree bend again and adding a little movement. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to crunch. Inhale and exhale. Let's see if we got 3 more. Inhale, exhale, last 2. Inhale, exhale, last 1. Inhale, exhale. Bring it back to center. So that little twist gets us into our obliques. So it's more like the waistline part of your core, the side body. So I'll take it to the other side. Over to the left. I'll turn this way so you guys can see. Squeezing your block, your weight, whatever it is you got, shoulders down. Come onto your tippy toes. Maybe you start to lift your feet. Spread those toes. Let there be an action moving throughout your whole body. Every part of your body is involved here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to crunch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it back to center, feet wide. Drape your arms over your shins and fold here for a moment. We're just kind of touching base with a few of these different core poses. If any of them resonate with you, feel free to do extra sets. Okay? Come onto your back. And bring your legs straight up into the air. Feet flat like you're standing on the ceiling. Legs drawing down into the floor. Reaching your arms forward. Perhaps you even lift your head and look forward. Now, if that's a little crunchy on the neck, stay looking up instead. Pulsing forward here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. Release. Hands by your hips. This is very subtle, yet very deep. So you can play with that duality. Less is more. So we're going to reach our feet up towards the ceiling and lift our hips off the floor. But try to avoid this. Right? See how my lower back came off the floor? That's a big swing. That's a lot of momentum. And that's going to be a little bit more in my back. We're focusing a little bit more on core. And these are going to be some of the deeper set muscles, even hip flexors. So consider, instead of your feet swinging toward your head, your feet are going to reach up to the ceiling. See that? Little lift. Just my sacrum, my tailbone's coming off the floor. The littlest lift up and then down. Up, down. Let's see if we can get 10 of these going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lift and hold. Hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. Deep squeeze of your belly towards your spine. And release. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a little squeeze. Legs straight up. Take your hands over to the right. Make a little mudra, as they call it. Basically, you're going to interlace your fingers except for your pointer finger. And draw your arms over to the right. Lifting your shoulders, lifting your head. Lower the left leg. Keep that left leg lowered as you lower the right leg. Raise the right leg. All right, you see that's the action we're doing here. So take an inhale here. Exhale. Inhale to lower your leg. Exhale to lift it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it back to center. Take it over to the other side. Hands to the left. Shoulders are coming off the floor. Head is off the floor. And lower your right leg. Let it hover. Toes are active still, pushing through the ball of your foot. Letting the left leg lower. All right. Take an inhale. On the exhale, bring it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Bring your feet flat to the mat. Cross your right knee over your left knee. Yeah? If it's available, maybe you can cross your shins, but don't force it. If that's not working with your knees, don't force it. Right? So you can have knee over knee or maybe crossing the shins. They call this eagle legs, right? We're going to do basically a reclined eagle pose. Taking your arms out, cross your right arm under your left. If it's available, you can cross your forearms. If not, you can grab opposite shoulders. Reach your fingertips over your head or reach those elbows up towards the ceiling. as you extend your feet out in front of you. You get really long here as you inhale. Exhale and crunch, elbow towards knees. Inhale to lengthen, and your exhales crunch you. Let's see if we get 10 of these. Inhaling, and exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Releasing that. Little eagle crunches there. Switching sides. Left knee crosses over your right knee. If it's available, you can cross your shins, but you don't have to. Arms out. Cross your left arm under your right. Cross as high up on the arms as you can. Either grabbing opposite shoulders or crossing your forearms if that's available. Reach your elbows up. Reach your fingers, if you have your arms crossed, fingers over your head. Toes really reach to the front of your mat. Lengthen out. Inhale. And exhale to crunch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let your feet come together, knees out. Give it a rest for a moment. And bring your feet flat to the mat. If you've got a block nearby, some pillows, some books, whatever works for you, we'll just stretch out a little bit of that core that we worked. As you lift your hips, take your block underneath your sacrum, your lower back, and you can have your legs in this position with your knees bent, or perhaps you straighten out the legs. See what works for you as you open up and lengthen some of the areas that we've been contracting, crunching. Maybe you start to feel a little bit of that internal fire that you're building, you're creating, igniting. Recognizing that core work is also good lower back work. So this definitely helps to maintain the integrity of your lower back. Again, think of it as this corset helping you to stay out of dumping so that you don't compress the vertebra of your lower back. You stay up tall. Releasing, lifting your hips, bringing your back to the floor. Let your feet come wider than your mat as your arms go out to a T. And windshield wipe your knees from side to side. Getting a little twisting action through your torso into those obliques that we're doing some work. And then let it release. Knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. You can give yourself a little shavasana here if you like, or maybe even repeat this sequence a couple times and tap into some aspects of your core. Ooh, I'm so sweaty. That's awesome. So detox. I love you guys. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.